Hey tribe, welcome back. Today we're bringing back the topic called a mysterious reading. This was the second most voted for topic on Patreon last week. The first one was already completed, so I thought we're going to dive in. We're going to let cards decide what we need to look at and be discerning if that's something that is important to you right now. We're going to check in on your energy, what might be happening in your life in order for you to discern if this is a reading for you or this is someone else's story. And as usual, pile number 1 starts on your left, pile 3 is on your right. Choose using your intuition, and I'll catch you in timestamps. Hey pile 1 people, let's see what needs to be talked about. A mysterious reading. And I'm using Steampunk Kipper deck today. We have expectation and work and occupation. I'm going to pull more cards to see what is happening right now in the topic of work. And you can discern if this is something that is happening in your life right now or this is someone else's story. What do we need to know about pile number 1's situation here? You have major arcanas coming through, so drastic changes, massive changes happening in your work life, or at least you can feel that something that is coming your way. All right, now I'm gonna talk about stability overall. What I'm seeing here, it feels like a lot of you were being called or are being called to step up your game in your finances. Now, there could be another person who's influential, someone who is in your workplace or someone who maybe you depend on financially or who's a provider. And what we're looking at someone's mindset here. I'm looking as if at your thoughts, you're wondering what is the next best step. I wanted to say big step, and it feels like it's going to be a big step. Some of you may be feeling confused at this time or wondering what is the best way out of a situation or the best way to attract more financial stability. Let's clarify the 8 of Cups here. 5 of Cups. Some of you are maybe sad or maybe hurt by something that has happened that impacted your finances in a way that made you feel alone, made you feel that you're fighting for something on your own, or made you feel like you need support. Would it be financial support? Would it be moral support from someone else whilst going through this journey? And right now you are at the stage, or you were very recently at the stage of making a decision. What do I choose next? Looking at the 7 of Cups right here, you have a lot of options. That's something that your cards want to remind you of. You have a lot of options to make your life better in your financial area. It all depends on you, where you want to move towards to, because the world is your oyster right here. And it feels like you're being called to step up and lead in the financial area of your life. Whatever the experience you went through recently or in the past, I'd say year or so, that was difficult for you financially, your cards are asking you not to blame yourself, not to pressure yourself too much, and not to guilt trip yourself, because some of you, I feel like you did that before and you're moving into a new phase. So if this is your reading and this has been happening, or if you are experiencing this right now, let me just get comfortable. Let's continue and let's see what cards want to say about your finances, your career, your path overall. What would be best to focus on right now, or what is the best next step for those people who may be still confused and they are at the crossroads? What is the best next step, pile number 1? What is the best next step? Move forward with grace. Seek for respect if respect is not being served where you are, or where you want to head towards to. It feels like what's really important to you is to be respected in the workplace, or to be respected even in a relationship that tends to provide to you maybe financially. Seek for respect. That's generally the advice for you. Are you being respected in the situation that you are in right now? Head held high, let's move forward. Let's move on if that's something that you feel you need to do. The best next step, pile 1. Do not be afraid to explore venues that are still unexplored to you. Do not be afraid to be the Knight of Wands. This is a person, an individual who likes to look around. What else is out there? Let me try this out. If it doesn't work, okay, let me see if there is another option or better way of doing things that's going to bring in that financial prosperity that I need. What can you expect happening within the next half year? I don't want to look too far away. Within the next half year in your stability overall. I'm going to put these cards aside. What can you expect happening? We have the Five of Wands. We have the Temperance. We have the Seven of Swords. We have the Queen of Cups. I'm going to move the candle a little bit. You have the Three of Cups. Okay, bottom of the deck, you have the Six of Cups. There's a lot of emotion involved here. Let me just clarify something. The High Priestess. And the Page of Cups. Damn. Okay. What is happening within the next half a year? You're tapping into your heart a little bit more. Now, do not be surprised if there's going to be a time when you're going to be shown by life or circumstances that you need to focus on your heart matters a little bit more. Those are somehow connected to your work life here. There is going to be competition. So what I mean by competition, you may have to be in a competitive environment in order to get what you want. This could be as simple as going for an interview and competing with other people for a job. I don't feel like this is going to be a stressful situation. I feel like you're going to tap into the playfulness of it. Because you have the Temperance right next to this. You're also going to be shown, there's a lot of mystery here. Let me look. High Priestess and the Seven of Swords. Something that you don't see right now. That's hidden from you on purpose. Eight of Wands. A surprise is coming your way. How you're going to feel about it. Because I feel like I cannot tell you what the surprise is. I don't want to ruin it since it's hidden so much. But how are you going to feel about this surprise? The Page of Swords. Curious. You're going to be curious to explore a new contract. Or you're going to be curious to explore better ways of doing things. Having a contract already. So improving in your work. But pay attention. You're going to be connected to people who directly or indirectly are going to affect your work life. For a lot of you, I feel like you either were in a situation where your heart wasn't honored or you didn't honor your own heart. And in this next chapter of your life, your cards are saying it's important to be tuned in, because then you can intuitively decide what is the best way for that abundance to come your way. You may very naturally be drawn to spending time with people who you call as friends. For some of you, this is connected to one particular person who you would call your soulmate. And it feels like they have a big impact on your work. You connect in your heart and making decisions from your heart that allow you to make progress in your workplace. Right around that time, when you feel like you want to celebrate life, when you feel like you want to be surrounded by, and you're actively planning that, actually, surrounded by people who you trust, people who love you, right around that time, it feels like there is a change coming your way when it comes to your resources. That's a hint. There may be a celebration that takes place. It could be someone's birthday, anniversary, wedding, or overall just a gathering. You may be connected to someone during that time. Someone may say something to you that's going to act as an aha moment. Overall, people, it feels like, people who have good hearts and do come from heart when doing even simple tasks in life are going to be like signs for you when making decisions. You are tapped in, they are tapped in, and therefore you almost like following. I'm seeing a road that you are on. Imagine you on that chariot, and this is you in a car. You are driving and you're following the signs, and those signs are the people. Not to say that you don't know where you're going on your own, but these people are going to act like bonuses, like a fast track to your success. How does your financial situation look like within the next half year? It feels like there is much more to this reading here. There will be a lot more happening until that major event takes place. How does your finances look like? How does it look like? Damn. Yeah. Okay, look. So you have partnerships and collaborations. You have a strong team. Even if you don't work in a team, you have your own business or you work for yourself, you're self-employed. People who surround you are going to be really good teammates who will help you attract the financial abundance. Maybe you motivate one another. Maybe you have the skills that you share with each other that the other one doesn't have. So there is this beautiful exchange happening that attracts that financial gain, that attracts opportunities your way and makes your wallet fuller. It's all about teamwork, it's all about collaboration, it's all about friendships, and it feels like this is a key factor to you gaining more financially. You tapping into this entrepreneur vibe of yours. I wouldn't be surprised if you came up with an idea for business. If you have your own business already, there is freedom here that's important. And you tend to be probably a creative mind, analytical, but creative at the same time. And you are in need of that financial freedom. That's what you are going towards too. Bottom of the deck, we have the Empress. The Empress doesn't live in a house that is untidy, that doesn't look good, it's not up to her standards. She takes care of herself, her own responsibilities, the family. She is a nurturing person, but she nurtures herself the same because she knows if she does not give herself that, she won't have the energy to pursue what she needs to pursue. She won't have the energy to give it to others. So that's why the Empress is a really good archetype here for you to look, I don't want to say to look up to, but that's how it feels like here, the way she's sitting. We're looking right at her, laying down. We're looking right at her. And she, as if she wants to say, I'm using my time very wisely. I know where my power lies, and I direct my power directly to where my priorities lie. So I'm going to extend this on Patreon. If you are in need of more readings, or if you're interested in the extension of this, the link will be down below. Thanks for being here. Until the next one. Bye. Hey group 2, let's see what cards want to talk about. I'm using the Steampunk Kipper deck today, and I will allow the cards to decide the topic for this reading. Now, I'm going to tap into the present moment or the past in order for you to decide if this is something that is resonating with you right now, and if this is a reading for you, since the topic is very broad and I leave it up to the cards. If that's the case, if you feel like this is your story, we can continue listening to the reading. We have a long way and we have the advisor. I'm going to be using the Super Lunaris deck. What is group number 2 experiencing or have recently experienced in their life? The Five of Cups, the Lovers. Okay, the King of Swords, the Nine of Wands. Okay, let me adjust the camera slightly. Actually, no, I'm gonna put these cards right up here. I hope they stay, and I'm going to push these up here. Let's peek at the bottom of the deck. We have the Hermit. Now, what I want to say with this, I'm going to jump right into specifics. I split the deck, we have the Eight of Swords. I'm being shown a situation where someone was so caught up in their emotions, as well as in their head, about one particular formality. This could be a contract with a particular person. That's what I'm picking up mostly. This could be business or marriage. And this has caused them quite a lot of issues in their life. Specifically, I'm getting emotional issues that may have led them to having physical issues. And someone was trying to fight a fight that it feels like they didn't have to anymore. They have outgrown that partnership already. And there was a time, or there is a time now, where you are given, or you were given, an advice from someone who doesn't beat around the bush. And it may not have been very easy to hear, but that was necessary to hear. And I'm getting as if someone's throat is closing up, thinking about this past event. It feels like someone was fighting for something to work for such a long time regarding this partnership that they have lost their way. And what I mean by that, they have lost their way back to themselves. I'm gonna just name it partnership. This partnership may have caused quite a lot of mental difficulties, or has confused someone so much that they had to take the time to really reevaluate the situation, or at least what cards are asking someone to do right now. If you are in need of a professional advice, seek for a professional advice. If you are in a situation where you have some sort of maybe financial dealings with another person and you don't know what is the best way or how to best deal with a separation, seek for advice from a professional. There is someone out there who can help you, who can straighten that path, because I'm feeling that someone is going in circles and they're like, I have no idea how to get out of this situation, or I have no idea what is the best route for me. I really have to make a decision, and I have to be very clear in my head how to make that decision, but I'm lacking information. And someone is being asked to seek for advice in pile number 2. Someone who you trust, or someone who is good at what they're doing, if you're seeking for professional advice. For some of you, this is connected to your mental health. You have overcome a difficult period of your life, a chapter of your life. It is in the past already, but you may be still suffering physically or mentally from what has happened. Seek for therapy. Seek for help. This is your time now to take care of yourself. This is your time to find your way back to yourself. If this does ring the bell and this is your story, continue listening to this reading. So I'm going to ask the cards, what is the best course of action for you right now? What is the best course of action for you right now? Dealing with this partnership or overcoming what this partnership has left. What is the best course of action? Tap into your subconscious. So explore your subconscious. How can you do that? Maybe some of you are going to look for a hypno session. You're going to want to explore your subconscious maybe in other techniques, in other ways of tapping into your library of memories. But you want to go deep here, what I'm saying. You want to go deep. You want to uncover what is unconscious to you still. But it does affect your life in some way. Others of you, you're being asked to pay attention to your dreams because your dreams have been hinting at you something that's important. Trust your dreams a little bit more. What is the best route? If you are, I'm just gonna put it out there, in a dangerous situation, the moon card is suggesting you to lay low and to be, not to shout from the rooftops about your next steps, but to work, do your thing, whatever you need to do, seek for advice, seek for help, in the background, in the shadows I'm hearing, but keep moving forward. What is the best course of action? What is the best course of action? You may have to juggle for a minute. You may have to juggle a couple of things. It may not be so straightforward where you are able to start new straight away. Something may be overlapping. I hope this is making sense. If this is for you, you'll know what I'm talking about. So for example, you may have to juggle a couple of jobs. You may have to juggle a job and a hobby, a job and a personal life. There's something that you're adding to what you've known of before, what you were doing, adding extra and having to juggle a couple of things at once. You're busy. I'm seeing you're busy because you're trying to sort something out. Or maybe you're studying and you're working at the same time. Yeah, and really this is coming through. Pay attention to your mental health. Mental health is as important as physical health, but it's just not talked about as much. Well, nowadays it is, but your cards are hinting at you that you really need to focus on what is in your headspace. What do you think about a situation? Is this actually true? Is something that you've been telling yourself that makes you maybe feel scared or afraid is true? Is the outcome going to be as difficult as your head makes it to be? Can someone else's help take the burden off of your shoulders? And I really believe that it can. Maybe some of you are so used to dealing or sorting out issues on your own that you have forgotten that people need people. Or you are a provider for everyone else and you have forgotten that you're also supposed to be provided for. And your cards are asking you to remember that. Now is the time to ask for support. Now is the time for you to call up a friend, call up a professional and say that is what's going on and I need help with this because you deserve it. So let's see what is happening in the future. Let's see what is happening, what you can expect happening in the future. What is happening in the future? Seven of Cups. Four of Pentacles. Three of Swords. Judgment. And realization is hitting someone here. What is happening in the future? The Page of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles. Damn, okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Swords. Let me adjust you slightly. Okay. Now, what we're looking at here, we're looking at you contemplating in the future. What is the best course of action? Looking at the options that you have. And I feel like right around that time when you are going to be reviewing what is your next step, what are the options for you, the best route. Around that time, you're going to get a proposal of some sort. And this proposal seems to be connected to your finances or to your career, to your studies. You're going to either hear news from someone, you're going to be given something, you're going to be offered something. Now, what I want you to make sure here, or to investigate, make sure that whatever is being proposed or offered to you does not suffocate you. Because I'm seeing a possibility of a situation where I'm going to give you this, but then you're going to have to give me that and that in return. And you think and you go, but that is a lot to ask from me. I'm not sure if I can fulfill this. So make sure whatever is offered, it does not suffocate you. Or that partnership or contract doesn't feel like it's going to imprison you in some way. Okay, let me have a sip of water. Now, you're going to realize something about one particular person in your life. I'm not going to describe exactly who this is because I feel like there is no need. I'm going to tell you a situation. You're going to realize that you had a different view on a person who you've known for a while. And the view that you may have had was imaginary. Who this person actually is not matching to what you thought this person was. And you constantly maybe had a feeling that you had to protect yourself from this person in some way, or your body language, your body naturally wanted to build walls between you and them. And that was your giveaway, saying, watch what's happening with this person. Do you need this person in your life, or why your body is reacting to this person the way it's reacting? Your body was giving you hints regarding one person, and it will continue to do so. And that's when realization will kick in. You have planted a seed, or you were about to plant a seed with someone, to start something new with someone that you thought you knew, or you will know that you need a little bit more time. So whatever offer is being presented to you, do not jump in it head straight. Listen to your gut. What is your body trying to tell you about this contract or about this situation? Investigate it. Investigate it. Take your time to see what is being offered. Read the contract thoroughly. Or allow the person to show you who they are, that their actions match their words, etc., etc. I hope I'm making sense here. Anything else that we need to know? Five of Swords keeps coming back. Eight of Pentacles. Sorry, Neil, knock down the camera. Queen of Cups. And the Hermit. Okay, it feels like you're going to be tapping into looking for your own peace, for inner peace. And you're going to find it. It feels like you are going to be investing your energy and time in to your heart, making your heart happy and seeking for peace. How are you doing that? You're stepping into a more peaceful energy afterwards by moving away for a lot of you, or exploring new land, metaphorically. Yeah, you're finally able to rest, because whatever the situation was about or is about, it has caused quite a lot of turmoil, or has depleted someone's energy. And the time is coming when you're going to be resting, you're going to be rejuvenating, you're going to be healing, you're going to be giving yourself all the time and energy that you need in order to want to celebrate life again and to make stronger contracts in the future. So if this made sense, I'm going to extend this on Patreon. If you want to find me there, link is down below. Thank you for being here, and I hope this was beneficial. Bye for now. Hey tribe, the lightning has changed because I have split these readings into 2 days because I'm doing Patreon and YouTube at the same time. And let's go, let's see what cards want to talk about. I want you to be discerning to see if, and this is a part of your story, I'm going to tap into the present moment. For some of you, it's going to be a past moment, but this will be something that has happened to you. And if that's the case, then continue listening to this reading. I'm using Steampunk Kipper deck today. We have Little Child and we have Success in Love. Oof, okay. Let's see, I'm gonna be using the Golden Foil Tarot in case anyone will be asking. And the back looks like this. It's quite a slippery deck, but it's a beautiful deck to look at. Okay. What needs to be talked about here? Let's tap into your energy. Let's see if this is something that you resonate with. King of Cups. The Hierophant. Oof, the Emperor. The Eight of Cups. Okay, let's clarify the Eight of Cups. Page of Swords. And the Knight of Swords. Let me adjust the camera for you. I'll take you a little bit closer. Here you go. Right, what we're looking at here, there is a bit of a... this story involves children. So this is for those who either were married already with a Hierophant or who are currently married. But the storyline goes like this. I am with this person who I have signed a contract with. Now, this could be a spiritual contract or an actual marriage contract. And whoever this person is, and they're coming through as... I'm getting two people here. Let me see. Let me narrow this down. Getting two people here. Okay, I see. So I'm seeing someone who was or is married to a person, and something has happened where they were either betrayed or they realized that they have to change something drastically in this partnership. For some people, what I'm seeing here, there was an issue with a child that somehow affected this partnership. For other people, I'm seeing that there is or there was someone else who walked into their life and they became confused. Yeah, the Justice card is here as I split the deck. This is a lesson in partnership that we are being highlighted. The King of Swords. Over time, I'm seeing someone has changed, or circumstances or what two people had to go through changed the partnership in some way. And maybe at some point someone became distant, or someone realized that they have to give this a break, or they have to walk away, or they have to look for something else. But I feel like this situation could be saved. We have a Death card right here. What is the advice? What is the best course of action in this case? Yeah, you see, reuniting with one another. So maybe what your cards are asking to do is to really look at what was a critical point of a relationship and how two people could save this partnership. I'm not talking about people needing to save partnerships that have become very impactful of their well-being, on their health, on their mental state. If someone especially was abusive or treated them really unfairly. I'm talking about two people here who have gone through difficulties in life together and separately, and somehow one of the situations, I'm seeing here a possibility, again, difficulties with a child, or maybe pregnancy or birth or miscarriage, anything like that, that has somehow left a crack in relationship so big that two people maybe didn't have the tools to cope with that or to fix that. If that is the case, continue listening to this reading. Let's see what the cards want to say. And I'm going to switch decks. I'm going to be using the Super Lunaris deck. What did you have to learn from this? Personally, you. I just want to tap into your energy. What did you have to learn from this? Oof, sorry, cards are falling on my lap. Chariot and Judgment, yeah. It's a story here. It's a story. Bottom of the deck we have Three of Pentacles, partnership card. What I'm seeing that you had to learn is how to continue being strong friends. Because if you do have that strong partnership, and if you keep going at it, not against one another, but continue being strong friends and partners, this requires two people though. So if the other person didn't want to go that route, automatically, obviously, there's going to be a separation. One person cannot pull all the weight. But you had to realize that some things maybe you were doing, or some things, when you look back at them, you could have approached it from a more lighthearted side. That not everything had to be on your shoulders, that you could have shared your burdens with the other person, that you could have maybe talked a little bit more, or you had a little bit more patience whilst someone is going through difficulties. And at the end, what we have here, we have beautiful cards. We have the Chariot. I am releasing myself from this burden. For some of you, if this person didn't treat you right, you're releasing yourself from that burden of a partnership, right? And you're growing spiritually here. So this was teaching you how to grow spiritually. Yes, it may not have been easy, or it will not be easy, but it is possible. Right here, we have it in the cards. Anything else that we need to know moving forward, tapping into the future? Tapping into the future. I keep hearing you're not on your own. You never were on your own. Maybe perception is in question here. Moving forward, what do we need to know about the future? Knight of Pentacles, 9 and 8 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands. Wow, the Knight of Wands and the Devil. Okay, it feels like what's happening in the future, you have much more patience with your thoughts. You have much more patience with yourself. Yes, you're gonna have to go through this almost like dark night of a soul situation, but at the end of it, what you're realizing is what behavior of yours or maybe someone else's you don't want to accept anymore with this devil right here. It's almost like, look at this, conquering, right? Conquering your demons, metaphorically. And understanding what has kept you from this free or light-hearted way of living. For some of you, this is the people that you choose to be surrounded by. For others of you, this is something that maybe you have caused for yourself that has affected the situation. And we all have those habits that keep us away from what we want or sabotage us in some way or sabotage relationships. And that's what we're looking at. In the future, I'm seeing someone doing hardcore shadow work. And you know, when we do shadow work on our own, it's one thing, but when we have to implement that shadow work and test it out, what we've learned in a partnership, it's another level of shadow work. The most powerful shadow work is done in partnerships. Would it be friendships, testing it out? Would it be in romantic partnerships? And I'm seeing you doing that, but there's going to be a time when you'll test it out in a partnership. It could be in this existing partnership, you maybe rebuilding the foundation, or it could be a new partnership that comes in. Let's clarify. The choice is yours, by the way. With the Magician, the choice is yours. Do you want to continue being in this partnership? Do you feel like you can rebuild the foundation? If that's not the case, you can easily invite a new partnership into your life. Do not doubt that, okay? I see. Queen of Wands, Lovers. Knight of Cups. Yeah, it feels like there is a new person on the horizon. And after that dark night of a soul chapter of your life, the Wheel of Fortune steps in. Almost like you're getting rewards for your efforts to become better, to do better, to choose better. And the Queen of Wands is a very attractive, energetically speaking, individual. She honors herself. She's very creative. She's tapped into her feminine energy, and she doesn't stay in places that don't honor her. She likes to explore. She looks good. She has this magnetic energy about her. So what you're doing here in the future, you're attracting more suitors or more people into your life who can see and sense your energy from far away. Make sure that you take the time to do the healing if you feel like you need to. Because otherwise, I feel like you may build walls, or you may be very defensive, and it's going to be difficult to accept new people into your life. So take your time with the Knight of Pentacles. Take your time on this journey to self, to this journey of knowing what you want, knowing where your morals and values are. Maybe, those can change over time. We grow and evolve. Those can change over time. Maybe at one point what you thought you wanted or what's going to make you happy, it's not making you happy anymore, and you have a different outlook on relationships in general. Yeah. Definitely. This feels like a new contract is walking into your life. Almost like your cards are saying, are you ready? The end of the chapter either has happened for some of you, or it's happening in the future, where you completely surrender. You go, okay, I feel like I need to end this. I feel like this is it. I feel like I don't want this anymore, what I'm being presented with. She's not even looking at that card. She's like, nope, look at her facial expression. Because she knows what she wants. She wants this. She wants emotional intelligence. She wants emotional fulfillment. And maybe where she was before, I'm saying she because I'm going off of the image, where she was before, it did not fulfill her heart. It didn't support her emotionally. The situation didn't support her emotionally. She didn't feel safe. So she's going to take the time to really look at herself and ask herself questions that are deep in order to honor herself. I'm going to extend this on Patreon. If you'd like to see what is happening next, or if you're interested in this reading, you can find the link down below. And thank you for being here. Until the next one. Bye, tribe.